A very special gentleman. He is considered to be an expert on Latin America. Please put your hands together as I welcome former ambassador of India to Argentina, Uruguay, and Venezuela. Big, big, big round of applause for His Excellency Mr. Vishwanathan. Thank you, sir, for joining us today. I request you to kindly address the gathering.
Good evening. Vanakkam. Buenas tardes. Embajador Castillo y señora, bienvenido a Guatemala. Some of you in this audience may not know that much about Guatemala. Understandable. But many people in Bodi Nayak Kanur know a lot about Guatemala. Bodi Nayak Kanur is a small town in Theni district of Tamil Nadu. Not only they have knowledge about Guatemala, they keep track of what is going on in Guatemala on a weekly basis. Because what happens there, rain or floods or drought, it affects the income of the people of Bodi Nayak Kanur. You know the reason? Bodi Nayak Kanur is the center of cardamom trade in India. Guatemala is the largest producer and exporter of cardamom in the world. Now, 20 years back, the people in Bodi Nayak Kanur didn't bother about Guatemala because at that time, India was the undisputed king of global trade in cardamom, known as the Queen of Spices. But the little Guatemala has come in the last 20 years to dethrone India. And today, Guatemala accounts for 80% of the global trade of cardamom. And their productivity is more than double that of India.
But we shouldn't lose much sleep over this little cardamom competition from Guatemala. Because the cost of this little competition is insignificant in comparison to what Guatemala is offering to India's exports. Last year, India exported $282 million of exports to Guatemala. $282 million. This is more than double that of India's exports to Cambodia, $120 million. More than double that of our exports to Kazakhstan, $118 million. Guatemala is over 15,000 kilometers away from India. Cambodia is 3,500 kilometers. Kazakhstan is 1,500 kilometers. And our exports keep growing. Now, some of you might have read international news and wonder, what about the risks of doing business in Guatemala? Political, economic, security risks. But I would like to tell you that the biggest risk of doing business with Guatemala now is falling in love. Ask Vivek. His brother went to Guatemala to export pharmaceuticals of Caplin Point, and he promptly fell in love with a Guatemalteca, married her, has children, and settled there happily. Recently, there was a Tamil author called Navina Alexander wrote a book. The title is Ten America Tamizhargal. Ten America Tamizhargal. South American Tamils. He found a lot of similarities between Tamil culture and the Mayan culture of Guatemala. But like some of our Tamils who are given to exaggeration and a lot of imagination, he claims that the Mayans are actually Tamils. But I found one similarity between the Maya philosophy of Tamil Nadu and the Mayan philosophy of Guatemala. Ulage Mayam, Varve Mayam, Nankanda Sukhame Mayam, Mayam, illusion. And there is this famous Guatemalan singer called Ricardo Arjona. He's a singer, songwriter, and a profound thinker. He has written a song, Acompáñame a estar solo. Acompáñame al silencio de charlar sin las palabras. Acompáñame a abrazarnos sin contacto. Which means, he's talking to his beloved. Accompany me, join me to be alone. Join me to be silent, to talk without words. Join me to embrace, but without touching each other. Does it not sound like the Maya philosophy of Tamils? Illusion. Let me put Guatemala in the larger perspective of Central America and Latin America. Central America is the biggest country and market in Central America, which has 60 million population, in comparison to Tamil Nadu, which has got 80 million. But the GDP of Tamil Nadu is $220 billion, and Central America is $360 billion, which means their per capita income is double that of Tamil Nadu, $6,000, here it is $3,000. And last year our exports were over $1 billion to Central America, and it can reach $2 billion in the next 4 or 5 years. And Latin America has emerged as a significant market for Indian trade. Last year we did $36 billion, of which $13 billion were exports. You would be surprised to know that the number one item of India's exports to Latin America are vehicles, cars and motorcycles. We did $3.7 billion. And guess which is the number one destination for the global export of vehicles of India? Mexico, $2 billion. And even to Guatemala, we exported $54 million of motorcycle. And again, I want to give you a comparison. To this distant Mexico, which is over 15,000 kilometers, last year we exported $5 billion. Now, this is more than India's exports to the neighbors, Indonesia, Thailand, or Iran, or our traditional trading partners, Korea, or Japan, Canada, or Russia. And our exports of $13 billion can go up to about $20 billion or so in the next 4 or 5 years. I would like to compliment Mr. Parthiban here, the founder of Kaplin Point. He was one of those Indian entrepreneurs, pioneers in opening Latin America for India. And it was his vision and entrepreneurship and audacious risk-taking attitude which took him to Guatemala. Thanks to him, today 90% or over 90% of the exports of pharmaceuticals of Kaplin Point go to Latin America. And how do they go to Latin America? Not through Sao Paulo, not through Mexico City. They go through Guatemala City. So Guatemala is the regional headquarters of coupling point for the whole of Latin America. And it is therefore very appropriate for Guatemala to choose Vivek Parthiban, the COO of Coupling Point, as the Honorary Consul. His company has the greatest stake in Guatemala and Indo-Guatemalan relations. Not only business, but family too. Before I conclude, I would like to mention something. There is something which India can learn from the little Guatemala. The Guatemalan constitution has a provision to prevent dynastic succession of presidents. The constitution says that immediate relatives of the president, son, daughter, son-in-law, daughter-in-law, sister, brother, none of them can stand for the presidential elections immediately after the president. And even the president himself cannot be re-elected immediately. He has to wait for 4 years. But then, you also have smart people like Sasikala in Guatemala. There's a lady called Sandra Torres. She was the wife of President Alvaro Colom, who was the president in 2011. Very ambitious woman. She wanted to become president after her husband. So what did she do? She divorced him. A few months before the campaign, she divorced and said, oh, he's not my relative, so I'm going to stand for elections. And she said, in the history of the world, I am the first woman to divorce her husband to marry the country. But the Constitutional Court of Guatemala said, Madam, you are right technically, but you were his wife till a few months back. So in spirit, it is a violation of the Constitution. So you can't. So they rejected her. So she had to wait for another 4 years. And she contested again in 2015. By the time she had lost her clout, and she lost the election too. Maybe Ambassador Castillo can tell us the secret how we can do in Tamil Nadu and in India. Thank you.